In this tutorial, we will discuss the various ways to draw lines in Quilt Manager using the Path from Lines tool, the Path tool, and the Pencil tool. The Path from Lines tool allows you to create shapes using sections of straight lines. Because the lines are not drawn freehand, the Path from Lines tool eliminates the possibility of wobbly lines drawn by an unsteady hand. To start drawing with the Path from Lines tool, select the tool. Then, click anywhere on the quilt area. Continue clicking to add segments of lines until you have finished drawing. When you have finished, press the Escape key. Notice that the start of the line and subsequent line segments snap to grid line intersections. If you don't want your lines to snap to the grid line intersections, disable Snap to Grid, located in the top toolbar. The Path tool operates similarly to the Path from Lines tool with one important difference. It can create curved lines. If we use the Path tool in the same way as the Path from Lines tool, by just clicking to connect line segments, it behaves exactly like the Path from Lines tool. The Path tool worked exactly the same as the Path from Lines tool. In order to draw curved lines with the Path tool, instead of just clicking on the quilt area, you need to click and hold. Then, while still holding the mouse button down, drag your mouse in any direction. For example, let's say I wanted to draw a heart. Using the Path tool, I'll click and hold at the lower right corner of the grid box and drag to the upper left corner of the grid box. You can now see the preview of my curved line. As I move the mouse cursor around, notice that the half of my curved line that is closest to the cursor is manipulated the most by the movements of the mouse. To finish drawing my heart, I'll click and hold at the top right corner of the same grid box. From here, I will drag the cursor until I create a shape that looks like half a heart. Again, notice that the half of the line that is closest to the cursor is manipulated the most by the movements of the mouse. I have now completed half of my heart. Since I'm done drawing lines, I'll press the Escape key on my keyboard. Using the Pointer tool, I'll now select the half heart and then copy and paste the half heart by pressing Ctrl-C and then Ctrl-V. The half heart copy should now be selected. I'll now mirror the copy, disable Snap to Grid, and then reposition the copy to form the completed heart. This is just one example of how useful the Path tool can be when used with the other tools in Quilt Manager. Drawing with the Path tool can be tricky at first. The best way to learn how to use it effectively is to experiment. The Pencil tool allows you to draw freehand lines. This tool allows the most control over the shape of lines. To draw a line, click and drag anywhere on the quilt area. The longer you draw a line, the more likely the line will be crooked. Lines drawn using the Pencil tool can be smoothed out later by using the Add Point tool and Remove Point tool, both of which will be covered in a later tutorial. By using the Path from Lines tool, the Path tool, and the Pencil tool, you can draw a variety of lines when designing your quilt pattern. In the next tutorial, we will discuss two of the shape tools in Quilt Manager, the Rectangle tool and the Ellipse tool.